पूरा स्क्रीन पे दिखोगे। आप बोलना
हाँ,
शुरू
आप
कर
मेरे
दो।
को पिन कर दो। आप प्रफुल्ल सर मेरे को पिन कर दो। आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट नाउ। ये भी एक पिक ये भी ले लो, इतने सारे मेंबर्स हैं ना, दिख रहे हैं, ये भी पिक ले। चलिए सर, आप मुझे पिन कर दीजिए तो मैं बोलना स्टार्ट करूँ, फिर लेट होता जा रहा है। फिर मैं 1 मिनट ही बोलूंगी, फिर गजबीर सर को ही बोलना है 15 मिनट जो बोलेंगे। देन वाइस प्रिंसिपल सर
मैडम मैंने आपका ले लिया पिन करके फोटो, मैंने डाल भी दिया, आप शुरू कर दो।
अच्छा, बोलना शुरू करें?
हाँ
करो। असल में क्या है मैम, देखिए गजबीर सर को पूरा स्क्रीन इसलिए चाहिए कि गजबीर सर जो है अपने पीपीटी प्रेजेंटेशन करेंगे, तो इसलिए पहले
इसका रिकॉर्डिंग भी कर रहा है क्या?
हाँ सर,
वो यूट्यूब पे जा रहा है,
रिकॉर्डिंग भी कर। हाँ रिकॉर्डिंग भी कर,
तो उसका रिकॉर्डिंग भी करना।
हाँ ठीक है। तो आप चाहो तो पिन कर दो पहले मुझे, और फिर गजबीर सर को कर दो। आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट। प्रफुल्ल सर, अच्छा ठीक है, ओके। Warm greetings to everyone here. Good afternoon. We have started celebrating Shikshak PARV from 7 September to 17 September. As we all know, that our second president, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, birthday is on the 7th September. He was born 7 September 1888, and in country we are celebrating this from the years ago on this 5th September. But on this year, we have celebrating the Shikshak Parv. In the occasion of Shikshak Parv, we have started already inaugural function on the 7th of September. But today is the second day, and now we are organize a webinar. Kendriya Vidyalaya Ambajari is going to organize a webinar. What is the topic of webinar is that is the effective teaching for the development of children. And it is our opportunity that in our Vidyalaya, the teacher, the name of the teacher who is the speaker is DJ Gajbir Sir, TGT English, who got regional KVS award in 2014, KVS National Award in 2015, and President Award in 2016. He is a great personality, and it is our good luck that we are having this type of teacher in our school, in Kendriya Vidyalaya Ambajari. So I request DJ Gajbir sir to please guide us how can we make effective teaching and for the development of children. DJ Gajbir sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all. So today, under this celebration of Shikshak Parva, I was assigned the topic to speak on this effective teaching method for development of students. Now, Praful, it is not sharing. I want to share. Praful, share. ये वाला क्या है? PPT. Just a minute. हाँ, yes, हो रहा है सर? Visible है? Sir, is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. Start, please start, sir.
Okay. Now this effective teaching methods for development of students. Now this is the overview of my topic, that is introduction, methods of instructions, teaching methodology, teacher-centered strategies, student-centered strategies, mixed strategies, network teacher, relation between various methodologies, conclusion, and way forward. Now, so let us discuss the first, that is introduction. If a child can't learn the way we teach, we should teach the way they learn. It is well said by Ignacio Estrada. Now, what is the instructional strategies? Instructional strategies determine the approach a teacher may take to achieve a learning objectives. Now, instructional methods. Now, instructional methods are used by teachers to create a learning environments. Now, the methods of instruction. There are so many methods of instructions. So few of them are learning by teaching, explaining, demonstrating, and collaborating. Then teaching method. The teaching method is the stimulation, guidance, direction, and encouragement for learning. There are so many teaching methodologies nowadays. In this pandemic, we are using digital media like WhatsApp, Wikipedia, YouTube, Diksha, and so many learning apps. Then case studies, where individually we have to do this. If the person or student or children, they are facing some problems, some challenges, or some issues with the society, then we have to do the case studies. Then practical exercises, individual counseling, that is one-to-one, and so on. Okay. Now, what is teaching methodology? Number one is a teacher-centered, then student-centered, then high-tech, then low-tech, and last is mixed strategy. Now, teacher-centered, what is teacher-centered? The teacher is the primary figure. He is at the center, and students are supposed to be empty vessels who possessively receive the knowledge from the teacher. In student center, what happens? The student teacher is again here the central figure, the authority figure, and he approaches both the teachers and learners, and both can play a very important role in learning process. Now, high tech, it involves the utilization of different technologies to aid the learning process, and low tech is again the conventional method, that is involving physical interaction between the teacher and taught. Okay. Now then let us discuss the important methods of instructions. Now, teacher-centered, we have discussed the lecture methods, team teaching, and video or TV presentation. In mixed strategies, the group discussion, seminars, panel discussion, and so on. In learner-centered strategies, tutorials, assignments, project works, and so on. Now, let us discuss first the teacher-centered strategy. What is the teacher-centered strategy? It involves the lecture method, then a team teaching, and then a TV or video presentation. Now, in lecture method, what happens? It is the most conventional and dominating teaching method, and most of the teachers prefer this method because it explains the fact, the principles or relationship to help the learner to understand the topic. Team teaching, what happens in team teaching? There is a team of teachers, more than two teachers, two or more, which involve the planning, to execute that planning, to evaluate that learning process and experiences for a group of students. And third one is a TV or a video presentation. Nowadays, we are using the same, that is a video presentation, audio presentation, right? Now, what is learner center strategy? It is it comprises of these tutorials, assignments, project work, case study, and so on. Now, what is tutorial? Tutorial method is a method employed for teaching small groups for developing skills for solving numerical problems or providing individual guidance. Then second comes to assignment. Now it is given to the students for number of purposes such as acquiring additional information, survey, application of knowledge, solving numerical problems, and the main role of the teacher is he has to plan the assignment and guide the students. Yes. The next is project work. Next is project work. Now, this can be given to the students or a small group of students. You may give it to individual or you may give it in small groups. That is, it allows the children to explore and experience their environment through through their senses and direct their own learning by their individual interest. In this project method, the very less is taught from the textbook and emphasis is given on the experiential learning rather than the memorizing or rote learning. Then comes to case study. Now it is a commonly involving decision, challenge, opportunities, problem, and issue faced by the person in a social setup. Okay, then come to the program instructions. Again, it is a highly structured system of learning which is based on the logical sequence. Then computer assisted learning. You all are very well conversant with this CAL and TAL, that is computer assisted learning and technology aided learning. And now in the present scenario, we are all using all these technologies for our online classes. Okay, then is interactive video. It is interactive video is approach to teach or to achieve the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective objectives. It allows the learner to randomly access any piece of information and provide immediate feedback. Then open learning. Open learning, it is a flexible method of delivering the instructions where learner has an open access to learning resources of people, material, equipment, and accommodation, and so on. There is no minimum restrictions or limitation on it. Okay. Then personalized system. The personalized system is it can be used for all subjects except where students are to select the content. Learner must achieve the mastery of series, written mastery units assisted by teachers. Now, mastery learning, self-pacing, stress on written management, proctors, lectures, these are all the things. Then heuristic method. Heuristic method is advocated by Professor Armstrong. And in this method, what happens? Student has to find out the answer to his own problem by unaided effort. In our new lesson plan, which we got from Sangathan, there is this point. You are using this tools, techniques. There is this point is mentioned that is heuristic. So you all are developing. Now, what is this? The child becomes a discoverer of knowledge by developing a spirit of inquiry. He has to do it at his own level, right? And the main aim of teaching this method is not to provide the fact, but to teach how the knowledge of this can be obtained. Yes. Then come to the next strategy, that is a mixed strategy. The mixed strategy, it comprises the group discussion, seminars, panel discussions, brainstorming, project method, tutorials, and so many things. Now, group discussion. You all are known This is the very effective method to involve the students in these activities. Classroom discussion is very effective. Formal group discussion again is very effective. Now it is considered this facts about the topic under consideration, understanding these facts, and studying the relationship and drawing out the conclusions. Okay. Now next is seminar. The seminar, all of you are aware with this terminology seminar, where one trainee or several trainees are prepared a paper on a given topic or issues or problem, which is then presented to the group for discussion and analysis. That you know very well. Then next is a panel discussion. Panel discussion consists of a group, small group, you can say 4 to 6 people, then to carry a guided and formal discussion before an audience, right? The next is brainstorming. This is again you are familiar with this terminology, brainstorming. Whenever we are going to attend the in-service courses or workshops or whatever it is, the first day after inauguration, this brainstorming session is conducted. And whatever in brainstorming session, the participants are come up with the many ideas quickly on the given topic. That is the brainstorming session. Then a role playing again the very effective method. By this, the teacher, many teachers to help this classroom interpersonal problems and to teach human relation skill in the classroom. Role playing has been used to facilitate subject matter learning through the dramatization, role play, like this. Then next is simulation. Simulation means creating condition that are quite similar to actual condition and then training is provided, right? So for example, the training of pilot and astronauts takes place in condition that are quite similar to the actual flight condition. That is simulation. And it is specially used for training purposes. Okay. Yes. Then demonstration method. Demonstration method is based on the principle of learning by doing and learning from concrete to abstract. The term demonstration means to show, to showcase whatever you have. And it is adapted in the classroom for the achievement of cognitive, affective, and psychomotor objectives. Okay. So again, this the different types of methods, that is inductive method, e-learning methods, problem solving methods, project methods, so many methods are there. Okay. Now today's scenario of this pandemic COVID-19, so teacher must be a network teacher. A network teacher is using the social medias, Twitters, Wikipedias, YouTube, and so many popular medias, print media, digital media, organizing conferences, and all these things. So on. Now the main thing is the relation between curious teaching methodologies, comparing the level of collaboration and level of activeness. Now here what happened, when we are video lecture, so if you are giving them the video lecture or by sending in a group a YouTube link for students just to watch this video and try to comprehend the topic, no doubt it is a good, but it is a passive form. The level of activeness is very low and it is less collaborative. Second, if we are giving them the quiz or games or the questioning session, again, this is a moderate level of activeness. The students are active a little bit other than this video attending the video or watching the video. But again, it is a less collaborative method. But case study, project papers, and reports, this involves the students directly, and it is a very active method. The level of activeness is little bit higher than this earlier two, but the level of collaboration is again less. But on the contrary, if we go to the class discussion is more collaborative. The involvement of students, there is interaction between teacher and taught. So that will help the students to understand the theme, to understand the topic in a good way. Then peer teaching or brainstorming. Peer teaching, that we have discussed in earlier session. And then role playing. Again, it plays a very important role. Role playing involving the teachers in playing roles and all these things. Okay, so so these are the relations. Now, the conclusion. I want to conclude this webinar. Among all the discussed methodology and integrity approach requires to be adopted for the students' development. Right? All discussed methodology. Then merging the various components of teacher-centered, student-centered, and mixed strategy is a way forward. Then in this evolving times where COVID-19 circumstances have heavily impacted the educational system of developing nations, the need for updating and integrating teaching methodologies become integral to ensure students' holistic development. And then the learning integrated teaching methodology, the classroom technology, is very effective. Then crossover learning, again there is an involvement of teacher and students, right? It is a two-way process. Active learning, again the participation of students. Now, audio visual learning, it is again the one way, but only having a low collaborative, the only passive process of learning. Now, this incorporating the reflective teaching. Now, what is reflective teaching? It is a term which shows the reflections. For example, if you have seen this video of Professor Walter Levin of MIT, he is teaching physics, and for every concept, he is giving the examples. For example, whether it is a motion, whether it is a force, whether it is a pendulum, whatever it is. The simple example I want to quote when my son was studying in class 10, and our Kailash sir used to teach him physics. And one day he told me, because Kailash sir wanted to clear the concept of centrifugal force or centrifugal force. So he went to the door, pushed the door, and he applied the force of the index finger very slowly and explained them. Now this is the force. Now children are able to understand what is centrifugal force and what is centrifugal force. So we can say this is a reflective teaching, and it is best way to clear the concepts of students in any subjects. Then the duty of every individual teacher is to inculcate as many possible methodologies, whichever is applicable to the assigned subjects. Next is students' active participation and engagement in various activities. The two-way communication, problem-solving approach, critical and creative thinking, and interactive discussions with teachers and classmates is very important. Now then come to the blended learning. What is blended learning? It is a combination of multiple approaches to the pedagogy or teaching. In simple way, we can say it is online teaching as well as offline teaching. Both this is online and offline. Here, the challenges faced during this e-class future need to be addressed and requires to come up with the possible solutions to them. Right. Now, teacher will be the facilitator and critical reflect to an answer. Now, all of you know with this term facilitator, there is teacher is simply a facilitator who gives an opportunity to the student to grow himself, to upbringing them to the higher level, from low level to higher level. And students, they will be meaning maker and knowledge constructor. They are using their knowledge, whatever they learn in the different fields of the society. So I think this is enough, I think. If you want to ask anything, you can ask.
गजबीर सर, बहुत it is a
Yes,
presentation.
thank you,
Your
madam. Thank you.
your ideas are very good. You contained it very well. You said the mixed strategy way. You said the reflective teaching. You said the blended.
Yes.
The blended teaching. You said the what is the role of teacher. Which strategy should be adopted. The many things you
Yes.
cleared in a very few minutes. I am very, very
Thank you,
thankful
madam.
to you for your able guidance, and I think that all our teachers and our student will be benefited with this, and sure the teacher will be benefited, and they will proceed with the ideas given by our national awardee sir, DJ Kajbiye sir, and we will all teachers. I also will be benefited. I am very God bless me that I am a part of this webinar, and I listen to the DJ Gajbiye sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Now we conclude that now I think that if any problem, any want to ask us some question, anyone can ask. Now we will conclude now. The teacher, if you want to ask any question from DJ Gajbiye sir, you can interact with him. I think no one, they are very clear because your ideas are very clear. And so now we are concluding. And your example of teacher, you have given your son is studying in physics, and you've given the example of teaching. It was very nice example, and it's live
Thank you,
example.
madam.
So now, sir, we are concluding, and we are benefited by this seminar. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.